Meditation is not something that you do for a few minutes like a task or an exercise. It is a state of being where the mind becomes quiet, and you become deeply aware of the present moment without trying to change anything. Most people think meditation means sitting with closed eyes and trying to stop thoughts, but that is not the truth. Real meditation begins when you stop trying to control the mind and simply watch it without judgment. In our daily lives, we are always running behind success, behind people, behind pleasures, or escaping pain. In this running, we never truly stop to observe ourselves, to ask who we are, why we do what we do, and where all this movement is leading us. Meditation is that stopping. It is the mirror in which you can see yourself clearly, not the self created by society, but the raw, untouched, silent self that exists beyond all noise. When you sit silently and just observe your breath or the movement of your thoughts, something very deep starts to happen. At first, the mind is restless. Thoughts come like a storm. Past memories, future worries, plans, regrets, desires, fears, they all flood in. And this is where most people become impatient. But if you simply watch, not fight, not follow, but just observe like you are watching clouds passing through the sky, the thoughts begin to lose their power over you. You start to realize that you are not the thoughts. You are the one who is watching them. This shift is meditation. It is the realization that there is a space inside you that is not touched by your thoughts, not touched by your emotions, not touched by the world. This space is silent, still, and full of deep peace. Scientifically, thoughts are the result of brain activity. The brain is like a computer, always processing information. It collects data from the senses, stores memories, and mixes them with imagination and emotion to produce thoughts. Neurologically, thoughts are electrical signals moving between neurons. These signals are shaped by your past experiences, your beliefs, your fears, and your desires. That's why the same situation can create different thoughts in different people. Philosophically, thoughts are a reflection of our inner confusion. The mind is a product of time. It is always moving between the past and the future. It cannot stay in the now, because in the present moment, there is no movement, no story, no identity. So the mind creates thoughts as a way to escape this stillness. It creates illusions, goals, fantasies, identities, all to avoid the emptiness that silence brings. But this emptiness is not something to fear. In fact, it is the doorway to truth. When thoughts slow down and you are simply present, not thinking, not analyzing, not expecting, you begin to touch a deep intelligence that is not of the mind. This intelligence is not learned from books. It arises from deep silence, and it brings clarity, love, and understanding. Many people think meditation is boring because they are addicted to noise. The TV, the phone, social media, conversations, these all keep the mind busy. But silence is not boring. It is just unfamiliar. When you become familiar with silence, you start to enjoy it more than any distraction. In that silence, the heart opens, and there is a feeling of being completely at home with yourself. Meditation is important because without it, we live like robots. We react to life based on old patterns. Someone says something, and we immediately react with anger or hurt or fear. We are not free. We are conditioned. Meditation brings awareness, and with awareness comes choice. When you are aware, you can respond to life instead of reacting blindly. You can choose love instead of hate, peace instead of anger, understanding instead of judgment. Meditation also helps you to understand your emotions. Normally, when sadness or fear comes, we try to suppress it or distract ourselves. But in meditation, we allow everything to be. We sit with our emotions like a friend, without running away. And when we give attention to these emotions, they start to dissolve. They are like children who just want to be seen and held. Once seen, they no longer control us. Meditation is also healing for the body. Scientific research shows that regular meditation lowers stress, improves sleep, reduces blood pressure, and boosts the immune system. But more than that, meditation heals the soul. It brings a deep sense of joy that is not dependent on anything outside. You begin to enjoy your own company. You begin to feel complete even without anyone else. This is true freedom, when your happiness is not in someone's hands. In relationships, meditation brings depth. Instead of clinging to people out of fear or loneliness, you relate to them with love and freedom. You no longer need anyone to complete you, and that makes love pure. In work, meditation brings focus and creativity. When the mind is not cluttered with worry, you can think clearly, and your work becomes a joy, not a burden. Now, how to meditate. There are many techniques, but the most important thing is the attitude. Meditation is not about achieving something, it is about being with what is. You can begin by sitting in a quiet place, closing your eyes, and watching your breath. Just feel the air going in and out of your nose. If thoughts come, don't fight them. Let them come and go like waves in the ocean. Keep returning to the breath. Slowly, you will notice a gap between thoughts, a silence. That gap is precious. With time, the gap will grow, and the mind will become more and more silent. Another way is to observe your thoughts like a witness. Sit silently and watch what the mind is doing. Not trying to change anything, just watching, as if the thoughts belong to someone else. This watching changes everything. It brings a distance between you and your mind. That distance is freedom. You can also meditate while walking, eating, or doing daily activities. Just bring your full attention to the present moment. Feel the ground under your feet. Feel the food in your mouth. Listen to the sounds around you. Don't live in your head. Come into your senses. That is meditation in action. One powerful way is to ask, "Who am I?" Not intellectually, but with deep sincerity. Look into yourself. Are you the body? Are you the thoughts? Are you the emotions? Or are you the one who sees them all? This question breaks the illusion of identity. It takes you beyond the mind. In daily life, use every moment as a chance to meditate. When someone says something that hurts you, don't react. Watch the pain, feel it, observe it. In that observation, you will learn something deep about yourself. When you feel joy, don't cling to it. Watch it with the same silence. So, meditation is the beginning of real transformation. Not by changing the world, but by changing your relationship with the world. Not by controlling the mind, but by understanding it. Not by running from pain, but by facing it with awareness. It is the most gentle and yet the most powerful way to live. It needs no belief, no religion, no philosophy. Just your attention, your honesty, and your willingness to look within. Once you taste the silence of meditation, even for a moment, you will know that the greatest treasure is already inside you, waiting to be discovered. You will know that the peace you were seeking in people, in achievements, in possessions, it was always within. Meditation is the door, and you are the key.